With the third and final part of the Theme Team Surge program dropping earlier today, we now have 96 different 92 overall players that can be upgraded to a 99. In this video, we give you one final update on the very best ones to upgrade at every single position. Let's get on into it. Yo! What's going on, everybody? It's Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 26 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best 92 overall Theme Team Surge players to upgrade to a 99 overall. This is now the third time doing this video, and it's going to be the final time because we got the last group of 92 overall players today with part 3. This program is all over, and of course, in order to upgrade those cards, you're going to need Surge currency. There's multiple ways that you can earn it. You can now finish your solo challenges. You now should be able to finish your field pass, so you get a bunch of that currency from those objectives and game modes. But if you need more outside of that, there's basically 2 to 3 primary ways. Of course, you have your head-to-head and CPU events. The CPU events aren't very rewarding, but they're very easy, almost automatic. The problem is you're spending a lot of time just to basically earn 4,000 Surge for every single 13 wins. When it comes to the head-to-head event, it can be pretty lucrative if you're able to win anywhere between 7 and 10 games before you lose 2 every time you go through. If you're not consistently hitting those marks, well, then you're spending a lot of time sweating it out and not getting a lot of currency. 6 wins gives you 1.6k. You need a little bit over 21,500 of this currency to fully upgrade a card from a 92 to a 99. So the alternatives, and to me, probably the better routes to go, is spamming solo seasons, the league, and the run. Specifically the run, when you hit level 3 and 4, you get a lot of reward packs. The contents within those packs are often going to be pack trash, but you can quick sell those items, turn it into training, and then use that training in the 94 plus Sugar Rush. Sorry, it's not Easter. The 94 plus Theme Team Surge reroll. My preferred game mode when it comes to head-to-head play right now is head-to-head seasons. If you can make it to Legend Division and win a Super Bowl, you're earning total combined for the regular season, the playoffs, and the Super Bowl about 300,000 coins. The smarter thing to do here is take the coins that you earn from head-to-head seasons and just straight up buy 99 overall cards, because these quick sell for more than enough to upgrade one player. And anytime you can get these for under 390,000 coins right now, I think that's a really good price point and buy, because these 99 overalls fully upgraded are really good because of the 2 passive X Factor ability buckets they get. So whatever route you want to go to upgrade these cards and earn the Surge to be able to do so, I'll leave that up to you. But again, my preferred option, the thing that I think you should do, is head-to-head seasons if you don't mind playing online. And if you don't like playing online, then solo seasons, the league, and the run specifically gives you a lot more packs. Now again, I know a lot of you know this at this point, but I just want to cover it one last time. These cards, to upgrade them from a 92 to a 99, it's going to run you 21,580 Surge. To acquire the 92 overall base card that you need to start that upgrade process, there's a lot of free reward packs, some fantasy packs in the field pass and solo challenge rewards, so you can find a lot of those 92s for free. They roughly cost about 15 to 20,000 coins if you want to buy them off of the auction house. And if you do have training, you can get a fantasy pack. There's individual packs for weeks 1, 2, and 3, so you can choose that base level card. Just keep in mind, this currency for the Theme Team Surge program, if it repeats the last 2 years, which I would expect it to do, it's never going to convert over to coin, which means if you don't use it, it's going to go to waste. But at the same time, if you're upgrading players and then changing your mind and downgrading them, you're getting a fraction of the Surge that you put into that card to upgrade back when you downgrade it. So be mindful of who you're upgrading. That's the purpose of this entire video. But there's a lot of cards that you could upgrade today and use this currency, and then keep those cards on your team to close out the MUT 26 year, especially when it comes to the offensive line, which we'll talk about in more detail here in a moment. So use whatever Surge you have to your best benefit here to build your team, to add new players, to build your theme team. And with this promo being all over, I don't really know what the market is going to do when you can't earn Surge through the events. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these cards start to go up in price, so it's also not a terrible idea to hang on to some of them, especially the quick sellable cards at 92, 94, 97, and 99, to maybe hang on to some of them in your binder. So now it's time to go through the very best players, and we're going to start at quarterback. Sam Darnold, to me, is the very best option. A ton of different theme teams, Seahawks included, which is still one of the very best in the game. And this card was really, really good. I still have him at QB1 on my no money spent account. He makes all of the throws. He has a pretty good release. And as far as the ability stack goes, we're going to read these all from left to right in the upgrade path. For every single recommended card, I would go Conductor for 0 AP, Gift Wrap for 0, Fearless for 0, then Gambit for 2 AP. Remember, that's going to give you Pass Lead Elite plus Gunslinger and the ability to not throw interceptions against AI-controlled defenders. To the right of that Gambit bucket for 2 AP, you're then going to go Quick Draw for 0, and then finally Dots for 2 AP, assuming you can afford 4 AP on this card. Remember, Dots gives you all of the Deadeye ability, so it's well worth the 4 AP with that ability set up on this card. I think Brashel Tootin is probably still the best running back, 5'9", 206 pounds. The smaller guys move very, very well in this year's game, especially if you know how to speed boost, and he gets a pretty nice ability stack. Now, if you look across all of the running backs, because there's a lot of them to choose from, a lot of these guys do get the same abilities, but with Tootin specifically, especially a smaller back, you still get Tank for 0, then Human Joystick for 0, then Route Tech for 0 to help you in the passing game. After that, you're going to go Truz for 2 AP, so you don't fumble against all of the avalanches that you're going to see on defense. To the right of that, you go Evasive for 0, and then finally Yak 'em Up for 2 AP. If you don't really throw to your running back often, you may not need that ability. I think it's one of the very best in the game, but I also throw to my running back pretty frequently. If not, you can always go Wrecking Ball for 2 AP, or just not spend any AP in that slot. And if you want a different option, Chuba Hubbard that came out today basically gets all of the same attributes, all of the same abilities that Tootin gets, but the one exception, and you'll find this also with like Syracuse legend Sean Tucker and a couple other cards, he gets Freight Train as a passive ability, but it is 11 AP, but Chuba Hubbard is another really good option. At wide receiver, Olamide Zaccheaus, believe it or not, is the best card out there. He's the only wide receiver, and that includes players like Jameson Williams and Justin Jefferson. Zaccheaus is the only one that's going to get Yak 'em Up as a passive for 2 AP. He is only 5'8", but just like I said with the running backs here, these smaller guys, they run very well after the catch. As long as you're getting these guys open in whatever scheme you're running, the 5'8" height shouldn't be a problem. He runs very, very good routes. This is another one that I've been using on my no money spent account since last week. The ability stack would be Tank for 0, Human Joystick for 0, Route Tech for 0, Max Security for 2. That one's kind of optional, but it definitely helps against knockout abilities. To the right of that, Evasive for 0 AP, and then finally Yak 'em Up for 2 AP. Again, the only receiver from this program that's going to get that ability. We also have a lot of tight ends to choose from, but week 1 Pat Freiermuth still seems to be the best option. He's up there as the fastest out of all of the theme team surge tight ends, and most of these guys get the same ability stacks, but again, 97 speed, 6'5". You're seeing a lot of guys with 96 speed and below. This is pound for pound the best one. Ability stack would be Mid Elite, Route Tech, Tank, all for 0 AP. To the right of that, you can either go Vanguard for 3 AP if you want help with blocking, or Max Security for 2 AP, and then finally Short Elite for 0 AP. I wouldn't spend 5 AP on this card for both of his passive X factors. Next up, I'm going to go through the offensive line. We're going to give you one option from left tackle all the way over to right tackle. I truly believe, especially after today's drop where we got a ton of offensive linemen added into the pool of players that were already available from part 1 and part 2, I truly believe these offensive linemen, theme team or not, are the very best cards to use currency on, because if you add these players to your team, you're basically set. They get the best ability stacks you could ask for on the O-line. You can utilize these cards from now until the very end of MUT 26 if you plan on playing for the next month, month and a half, 2 months here. So let's go through it. And all 5 of these cards from left tackle to right tackle, I'm going to give you the same recommendation for abilities. And that recommendation from left to right is Secure Protector for 0, then Nasty Streak for 0, then All Day for 0, then Omniscient for 0. If you have Omniscient on one player, you don't need it on anybody else, so you can pick something else within that bucket. And then to the right of that, if you want to spend the 3 AP, you can go Vanguard. But as long as you have Secure Protector, Nasty Streak, and All Day on these cards, I think that's a good enough stack. The rest is going to be up to you. So at left tackle, you do have Anthony Munoz as the free welcome pack player, but Andrew Thomas is like really good. 99 strength, awareness, 99 pass block, and 98 run block. It's hard to get better than that there. So this is the best left tackle to choose from. At left guard, a lot of you probably still have Alan Faneca from the Season 8 Field Pass. If so, that's perfectly fine, but Steve Avila is probably your best left guard out of all of the cards here. Again, same ability stack on all of them. When we talk about centers, Ted Karras, which is a brand new card from Part 3 today, is going to be the best center, and there's a lot of guys to choose from at all of these positions, but I looked at strength, awareness, pass block, and run block, and that's how I narrowed down these very best cards. A Part 1 card in Dominic Pooney, he's my starting right guard. I think he's the best right guard to upgrade from this Theme Team Surge program. And finally, closing it out over at right tackles, a new card that dropped today with Mike McGlinchey. Again, secure protector, nasty streak, all day, omniscient, and then Vanguard optional for 3 AP. After Part 1 dropped from this promo, we had terrible options for pass rushers. Well, we got some pretty good ones now. From Part 2, you got Chauncey Golston here at left edge. You can play him at right edge as well if you just want to change his secondary position. His best ability stack, tip drill for 0 AP. I'm a very big fan of tip drill on defensive linemen right now, because you can get a lot of turnovers that are unexpected if you get a decent pass rush there and the ball's up in the air. So tip drill for 0 AP, then double or nothing for 0, then tackle supreme for 0. To the right of that, Colossus for 2 AP. To the right of that, BOGO, buy one get one for 0 AP. And in the final bucket, you can either go Relentless for 2 or Avalanche for 2. I'll leave that one up to you. Avalanche obviously is going to help cause more fumbles if you can get a clean hit stick, and Relentless is going to be a 0 AP ability. My apologies if I just said 2. Relentless helps with pass rush, so if you can afford 4 on this guy, you got Colossus and Avalanche. If you can't, go Colossus and Relentless. The other card is another left edge, but again, you can change their secondary position. You got Uchenna Nwosu, and he's probably the best pass rusher out of all of the cards. This card was a Part 3 card that just came out today. You can go tip drill for 0, tackle supreme for 0, run stopper for 0, unstoppable force for 2 AP, which has run stuffer built into it, a really good ability to slow down all of the vanguards and the halfback direct snaps and all of the running schemes out there. To the right of that, you go edge threat elite for 0, and in the final bucket, you can either go reinforcement, again, to help against vanguards and stopping the run, or you can go avalanche to try to force more fumbles. And in the middle of that D-line, we have a player whose name I'm not going to be able to pronounce, so I'm not going to try, but he's a Part 2 release player, 93 speed at defensive tackle with 97 acceleration, and you can go tip drill for 0, tackle supreme for 0, inside stuff for 0, relentless for 0, or if you want to go reinforcement there for 2 AP, I'll leave that one up to you. To the right of that, run stopper for 0, and then finally, in the bucket furthest to the right, unstoppable force for 2 AP. When it comes to linebackers or users, we have the same 2 recommendations since week 1 of this program. You got Drew Sanders, 97 speed, 6'5", probably the better of the 2 when it comes to abilities. You're going to go Lurk Artist for 0, then Tackle Supreme for 0, then Out My Way for 0, then Universal Coverage for 2 AP. That means you don't need any of the knockout abilities. To the right of that, you can pick whatever you want, and then furthest to the right, the final bucket, you can go Avalanche for 2 AP. The other option is Eagles legend Jahad Campbell. He does not get universal coverage, but he's been very good for me both on my main account and my No Money Spent account as a user, as a blitzer, as an AI controlled pass coverage guy. With him, because he does not get universal coverage, you would go Lurk Artist for 0, then Deep Zone KO for 0, then Mid Zone KO for 0, then Tackle Supreme for 0, and finally Avalanche for 2 AP. Good news is he will save you 2 AP compared to Drew Sanders, but you really got 2 good options there if you need a linebacker. You also have 2 good options if you need a cornerback, and they're both going to be release number 3 cards. The first one is Cam Hart, 6'2", stock 99 speed, and the best thing about him and the next card we're going to talk about, they can play either a man coverage scheme or a zone coverage scheme. In Cam Hart's case, you got 99 man, 98 zone, which unlocks certain abilities. Same thing's going to apply for Christian Gonzalez. Biggest difference is he only has 98 stock speed versus 99, but I really don't think that's a big deal. And his play rec is a little bit better at 95, so that's just something to point out here. Basically, if you run a zone scheme on either of these guys, or if you want to use both of them, that's not a bad idea. You go deep zone KO for 0, tackle supreme for 0, mid zone KO for 0, pick artist for 0, and then this one's optional. You can go zone hawk for 2 if you play a lot of zone, or you can go shutdown for 2 if you play a lot of man coverage, but the ability stack preceding that one would be deep route KO for 0, tackle supreme for 0, mid route KO for 0, one step ahead for 0, and then again shutdown for 2 AP. If you want to spend an extra 2, these cards both do get bottleneck as well. So again, zone scheme, you go with the zone knockout recommendations plus zone hawk for 2, man scheme, you go with the man coverage recommendations plus shutdown for 2 AP. The final recommendation is going to be at strong safety because surprisingly enough, they gave us 0 free safeties throughout this entire program to upgrade from a 92 to a 99. And when it comes to strong safety, there's some valid options out there, but I actually think the card that you're going to be able to earn from the CPU event, which does require 13 wins against the computer, is Reggie Nelson. And the biggest reason here is because he gets universal coverage baked on. That makes him better than any of the other strong safety options that you can upgrade from a 92 to a 99. Of course, you do have to play in that CPU event to earn this card versus the other ones. You just have to buy the 92 and upgrade them. But on the flip side, this card would actually save you a little bit of surge because it only requires 15,000 instead of 21,500 to fully upgrade. And even though he's only 5'11", having universal coverage, you're going to get a lot of knockouts no matter who he is covering. And I think he's a really good ball hawking strong safety with the 99 zone, 99 hit power, 97 man. I would go tackle supreme for 0, pick artist for 0, secure tackler for 0, avalanche for 2 AP, and then unfakeable for 0 AP. And of course, having universal coverage is going to take care of all of the knockouts you're looking for in both man and zone coverage. So there you have it. That is the final list of players that you should use Surge on right now to upgrade from a 92 to a 99. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.